everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 3 of my Dead Disney series. This will be the last look of the Dead Disney series that I upload, but I do have a video in mind for next week on Halloween, so hopefully I will get that up for you guys. But I really hope you've enjoyed watching me transform myself into these Dead Disney princesses. So today's look is going to be Ariel, which I'm super excited about because The Little Mermaid was always one of my favorite Disney movies. I had quite a few ideas of what special effects to give Ariel, but I decided to go with a hook through the mouth just because the other ideas I had were sort of similar to the techniques that I had in my previous Dead Disney videos. So I thought I would chuck a hook in the mouth and make her extra gruesome. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, then make sure you give it a big thumbs up for me. And yeah, let's get straight into the look. Okay, so we're going to start with the face makeup first. I'm just going to keep it super simple like I did with my other two looks. I'm just going to give Ariel a flawless face, some super bold lashes, some liner, and a red lip. So let's jump straight into it. First, I'm just going to prep my skin, and I'm just using the Fix Plus and then going in with the MAC Time Check lotion. So this is just going to make sure our face is completely prepped for all that makeup, especially that special effects. After I prime my skin, I'm just going to go straight in with the Anastasia Brow Pro palette. I'm just using this because I usually use a medium brown shade and I want my brows to be more darker than they usually would. So I'm going to go in with the dark brown and the ebony shade. I'm now just running in with concealer straight under that brow just to clean it up a little bit. Just going straight in with concealer just to prep my eyelids. And then I'm just setting that concealer with a matte white shadow. I'm going to be keeping the eyes super simple. I'm just going to pop a light brown shadow in my crease, and then I'm just going to give her a wing liner. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of suck at winged liner, so I'm going to pop some tape on the outer edges of my eyes just to make sure I get a super crisp line. Alright, I'm just going to line my waterline with a white liner. I love doing this just to open up the eyes so that they look bigger than what they are. I have pretty small eyes as they are, so this step always helps a lot. Alrighty, so I'm just going to pop some lashes on and I will be back. The lashes are on and I'm going straight in with my base. I'm using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid today. This is in NC15. I'm usually NC30, so this is quite a few shades lighter than me, but I wanted a lighter face, so that's why I'm using this one today. I'm just going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and just highlighting some of the areas on my face. I'm then just going to set my whole face with the Australis Fresh and Flawless powder. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and do a little bit of bronzing and highlighting. I'm probably not going to see a majority of it anyway, but my life just doesn't feel complete without contouring, so. So for highlighting today, I'm just using the Samantha Jade Models Prefer highlighting palette, and I'm just going to go in with this light purpley shade just for something different. I tend to use the same highlighter every time I do my face, so thought it would be good to switch it up a little bit. Far out, this is some good shit. And lastly, for the face makeup, we're just going to jump in with a red lip. This is just the NYX Liquid Suede. This is the same one that I used in my Snow White tutorial. So the shade is Kitten Heels. I'm just going to pop that on. But now that the face makeup is all done, we're going to jump straight in to the special effects. So I'm going to pop the hook on this side of her mouth, and I'm just going to make it look like it's coming through my mouth. So I am using a real hook. You can use steel wire to make your own hook. If you do use a real hook, please be super careful. You don't want to be, running around or anything with this in your mouth. So if you are dressing up and going to a party or something, I would recommend just using wire because this can be super dangerous. But I am just doing this look sitting down in front of the camera, so I am using a real hook today. I did cut it in half, and I did also file down the edges just to make sure it wasn't, super sharp when I'm jabbing it into my skin. So what we are going to do is pop the hook right above our mouth, and we're just going to sit the other edge of the hook on the end of our mouth so that it looks like it's going through. So there's two ways that you can apply the hook. Use some medical tape and pop the hook down, or you can create a pouch out of the liquid latex. I am going to use the liquid latex and tissue technique today because I do not have any medical tape. I was thinking about using just a small band-aid and cutting it in half and sticking it on that way, but I think the latex and tissue will look a bit more realistic. Okay, so I am doing a voiceover for the special effects part of the tutorial just because I find it really hard to explain what I'm doing and talk while I'm applying the liquid latex. So we're just going to place the latex and the tissue on, but we're going to make sure we leave the top half free of any liquid latex so that there's a little slit sort of thing so that we can pop our hook through and it will sit in there nicely. So when you have found a position for the hook that you like, we're just going to keep building up that latex and tissue just to make sure the hook is nice and secure to our face. As always, when we're working with liquid latex, we want to use foundation to blend it in a little bit more to our skin. So just like my previous tutorials, we're going to use a black shade to create some depth around the entry points where the hook is coming out of the skin. This is just going to make it look a lot more realistic and like the hook is going deeper into the skin.
I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face. The blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. When there is no more room.
I'm just going in with a variety of colours around the wound just to make it look bruised and discoloured. So you want to use shades such as black and purple, bright red, even a little bit of green if you want it to look a bit more infected. It's completely up to you where you take the bruising and discoloration. So just play around with it and go for gold until you have a look that you like. I decided to go in with a little bit of foundation over some of that colour just to make it look like it was more beneath my skin as opposed to colour just being placed on top of my skin. I've then just popped some blood around the entry points and then using a textured sponge to apply some around the wound as well. I'm using my coagulated blood and some chunky clot bits exactly where I put the blood at the entry points. I'm then using some stage blood just to drip some down for that extra effect. And that is the completed Ariel look. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.